Yeah, Live 25, you saying people back again with another video. Thank you for tuning in. Now, listen, this one is a bit mad. Do you know what? I say this one's a bit mad. It don't even come as no real surprise to me. Like, these people are moving crazy, like, but they're just brazen with it. They're just open with it. It seems like the more and more kind of, I don't know, it might just be a social media thing, but it's like you see all kind of madness and people ain't even trying to sweep it under the carpet anymore. They're just upfront. This is what I'm on with chest. Do you know what I mean? This is what I'm on. Say something. Like, say something. What? With chest. So, boy, this one's about Tom Brady. I ain't even going to say too much. Let's play the video and just tell me your thoughts, people.
The Bahamas conference. We're going to start the day. We're going to do some TikToks for you guys. And it's going to be an amazing day. We'll get started. We'll do a get ready with me. Sam, where you going, bro?
Any superstitions going into the game? Any special thing you carried into the game on Sunday that you had tucked away somewhere?
I did. You know, I've learned a lot from my wife over the years. She's so about the power of intention, you know, and she always makes a little altar for me at the game because she just wills it so much. So she put together a little altar for me that I could bring with pictures of my kids.
Altar.
I have these little special stones and healing stones and protection stones, and she has me wear a necklace and take these drops she makes. And I say all these mantras. And I stopped questioning her a long time ago. I did. I just shut up and listened. And at first I was like, this is kind of crazy. And then about 4 years ago, we were playing the Seahawks, and she said, you better listen to me. This is your year, but this is all the things you're going to have to do to win. And I did all those things, and by God, you know, it worked. It was pretty good. And right after the game, she said, see, I did a lot of work. You do your work, I do mine. She said, you're lucky you married a witch. I'm just a good witch.
Really, really dark around the eyes, fiery red eyebrows. And then, if you look at her head, you realize her head is placed right between the O and the G, so that you have an almost perfectly symmetrical R in the placement of and in the shape of horns. And then you look at her arms and her hand placement. This is a demonic pose. In a pretty identifiable way, with one of the most famous depictions of a demon. That would be Eliphas Levi's
what did I say?
Drawing of Baphomet, probably the most well-known occult image. And it's of this demon with horns coming out of his head in the same shape, and with wings behind him that we see mirrored on this red dress that Gisele Bundchen is wearing, because the dress has these kind of wings that come out of it. The arms are in not exactly the same position, but a very similar position, almost the same. The picture of Baphomet is a kind of transgender picture. It's of a goat head and then breasts, a woman's torso, and then a male rest of the body.
What's up, guys? I'm here with my boy Sam from FTX.
You know what? I'm not even surprised anymore. Like, everyone was laughing in the audience. Like, she legit said to him, lucky you're married to a witch. I'm just a good witch. Like, she made an altar for the dude and was casting spells for him to win American football matches. Sorry, I'm going to call it American football. I know some of you call it football. Football to me is soccer. I'm from the UK. Allow me in it. But she was basically casting spells, like he said it, like blatant, like not even trying to hide it. This is what I'm saying. It's so brazen. Gisele Bundchen. So, like, you know, we know who that is. That's his wife. I think they're going through a divorce right now. But Tom Brady's wife. Tom Brady has won, 7 out of 10 Super Bowls, which is a record. Been to 10 Super Bowl finals, won 7 of them. The majority of the time of his career was at the New England Patriots, went to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and won his last Super Bowl, retired in 2021. Tom Brady is like known as one of the GOATs, the greatest sportsmen ever, right? But it comes as no surprise if you got a witch flipping, casting spells in the background, making sure that, do you know what I mean? Making sure that you win and all kind of madness. Like, these people are crazy. It's no surprise Gisele Bundchen's one of the richest women on earth right now. Brazilian supermodel. It's always baffled me though. Like, they always refer to her as Brazilian supermodel. And yeah, I get it. She was born in Brazil, right? But her last name is Bundchen. I ain't never heard a Brazilian called Bundchen. So, like, she's German, right? Like, let's keep it real. She's German. She's Nordic. Anyway, that's by the by, I think. But they're just open and brazen with this spell casting thing, man. And that whole image on what was it, Vogue magazine, dressed up, I think it was Vogue, forgive me if I got that wrong, but dressed up as Baphomet. And it reminds me of all of the imagery we saw at the Grammys this year with Sam Smith and everyone else dressed up as Baphomet, or depicting the devil or Satan, and do you know what I mean? Like, it's the same thing. And let's make no mistake, that front cover where they showed the picture of Gisele and her head was placed between the characters, so it looks like horns on her head. It's impossible for that to be a mistake. As someone who's worked in the creative industry for a long time, done a lot of design work in my time and stuff like that, like, it's impossible to go through a design process with all the checks and balances and not have that perfectly aligned on purpose. That was fully on purpose. So it's like, all right, cool. Like, you're on this witchcraft thing. But do you know what? To be fair, each to their own, man. Each one teach one. You're not even trying to hide it. It's not like you're trying to, do you know what I mean? Slide one, kind of, slip one through the net, shall we say. I have to be careful with what I said there. Slip one through the net and pull the wool over people's eyes. Like, you're not creating a diversion. You're telling people, this is what I'm on, and this is the outcome of what I'm on. So it's whether or not, if you want to do the same thing, go ahead. Like, I'm telling you the pattern. I'm telling you what we do to get ahead. If you want to do the same thing, that's on you. I'm not trying to confuse you. Like, it is what it is. So that's why these days when I see these kind of things, I'm not mad at it. I'm not like do what you're doing, innit? And they're honest with it. And that's that is one of the main parts about my understanding of Satanism, is that the power is in telling people exactly what you're doing and not being deceptive about it. And that's where the power lies. When you try and a sneaky one and you try slyly like manipulate people, there's no power in that. If you tell people what you're doing and they still agree and comply with that, that's where the power lies. And even going back, if you think about the story of Dracula, right? Vampires. So every time we were told about vampires back in the day as kids or whatever, there was this thing where they can't come into your house unless you invite them. So it's the same thing. The power only lies when they're honest. They knock on the door. If you invite them in, then they can come and wreak havoc. If you don't invite them in, then they can't come in. Do you know what I mean? So it's like you have the choice over what you do with your energy and how you protect your own energy. And so, but hey, listen, if I'm an Arsenal supporter, right? If Mikel Arteta's wife is into this juju something and can conjure up something to make my team win the Premier League this season, then boy, it's a techie one still,